Okay, what if you could build a system that pulls in $1,000 a day? And not by grinding it out yourself, but by setting up a smart AI assistant to do the heavy lifting. Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down today. This idea of an AI agent and how it's making this whole thing a reality.
Yeah, our source material kicks off with this pretty bold claim. It suggests that right now, we can build these simple AI systems that generate serious, high-ticket revenue. And we're not talking about churning out spam or anything like that. We're talking about delivering truly professional-grade services. So how is this even possible, right? The secret sauce here is a concept that's really changing the game, the AI agent. And trust me, this is not just another chatbot.
So think of it this way. An AI agent is basically your standard AI, but with superpowers. By plugging it into external tools, you give it the ability to access the internet in real time. It can browse websites, pull data, do research, just like a human would. And here's what makes this whole process so incredibly smart. When you give the agent a task, it doesn't just spit out an answer from its training data. The first thing it does, it figures out what it doesn't know. It actively pinpoints its own knowledge gaps, then it uses its tools to go out and do live research, and only then does it complete the task. That is the absolute key to getting fresh, accurate results. Okay, so let's make this real. How does this actually work in practice? Our source gives us a fantastic case study, creating an expert-level email newsletter. The kind of service that companies happily pay thousands of dollars for.
And I love how this source frames this. It's a partnership. The human expert comes in and provides the high-level strategy, just a quick brain dump of their unique ideas. Then the AI agent steps in and acts like this hyper-efficient intern. It does all the tedious legwork, the research, the fact-finding, and it writes the whole first draft. And just look at how ridiculously efficient this process becomes. The human expert, they're only spending maybe 5 to 10 minutes on their initial thoughts. The AI handles the rest. After a quick review and a few revisions, the entire thing is done, using less than an hour of that expert's very valuable time.
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting. Let's talk about the value proposition here. Because when you stack this AI-assisted workflow up against the old way of doing things, well, the difference is just staggering. Get this. According to our source, if you wanted to hire a marketing agency to write just one of these expert newsletters, you're looking at a minimum of $1,500 for one email. And if you wanted to bring someone in full-time, say, an email marketing manager here in the US to do this kind of work, you're talking about an average salary of over $100,000 a year.
Now, let's circle back. What was the total human time required when using the AI agent? Less than 1 hour. The value proposition here is it's almost hard to wrap your head around.
And you gotta understand, this is so much bigger than just writing newsletters. We are talking about a fundamental shift in how a ton of high-skilled digital jobs get done. And honestly, we're just at the starting line here.
I mean, just look at this. The source material shows how this exact same workflow can basically automate the core tasks of a social media analyst, a content strategist, an SEO analyst, even a YouTube scriptwriter. And just look at the typical salaries for these jobs. This is where you see the true disruptive power of this kind of AI automation.
Which really leaves us with this big, provocative question to think about. As these AI agents get better and better at doing all the time-consuming legwork, we really have to ask ourselves, what does that mean for our own careers? If all the research and the drafting is automated, what part of your job will be left? And what skills will become the most valuable?